Yo. This is the Outspoken Podcast.
Still in our health series, our food is as important as any other thing that might be occurring in our lives. Because at every point in time, we take something into our mouth. And in as much as you're taking things into your mouth, that tells a lot on your health. So it's not just about the activities like we spoke about last week, but your food is a key. That's why we're spending so much time on food, what they do to your body and my body, and how we can make that all work together for us. So that's the reason we're taking so much time talking about the food we eat and how they can affect us. I mean, if we know how they affect us, then we probably know how to balance the whole thing. You feel me? So speaking about nutrition encompasses how the body uses the food that's been eaten and the relationship between diet, health, and disease. It helps us understand how the choices of our diet can help us reduce the risks of disease and the effect of imbalance. There are 6 stages of nutrition. The first one is diet. A good diet is the first step to ensuring that your body gets the proper amount of nutrients necessary for optimal health. Diet consists of all the food, liquids, and supplements that you take in every day, followed by ingestion. Ingestion is the process by which the food is taken in through the mouth, masticated, broken down, and mixed with saliva. After the ingestion is the digestion. That's the stage 3. This is where the food that you've taken into your body in large molecules are then broken down into smaller bits, water-soluble solvents, and mixed with digestive enzymes. After digestion is then absorption. Absorption is the process by which the food that you have taken into the body that have been digested and broken down into smaller bits are taken into the bloodstream through the intestinal walls. While assimilation is the process by which the digested food is taken into different cells for growth, energy, and repair. And the final stage is ingestion. Here, the undigested food is expelled from the body through excretion. This is achieved by the kidney, which helps in purifying blood and removing metabolic waste from it. Now that we have an understanding of the stages food pass through in our body, let's examine the following keywords. Malnutrition is the condition of getting too much or not enough nutrients into the body. It's the largest contributor of disease across the globe. The term undernutrition is used when you do not get enough nutrients required by the body, while overnutrition is taking excess nutrients, more than the body requires. Excess consumption of energy nutrients often results in weight gain because the body can take whatever it does not need and store it as fat. And being overweight or obese is a risk factor for cardiovascular disease, some types of cancer, and type 2 diabetes. In a case like this, what is advised is workout or change in lifestyle. Now to the implication of our food choices on our health. As we know that nutrient provides nourishment, unavailability of the right proportions in the diet can increase the risk of developing certain health conditions. Starting with macronutrients, which are nutrients that the body needs in relatively large quantities. Sugars being simple carbs and processed starch and are easily broken down and absorbed. They provide us with rapid energy, but never leave us feeling full. They can also cause a spike in blood sugar level, which increases the risk of type 2 diabetes and its complications. Fiber and unprocessed starch are complex carbs. It takes the body some time to break down and absorb complex carbs, making us full for a longer period of time, which automatically makes them a healthier choice because it reduces our chances of binge eating and taking in unhealthy snacks. Fiber also helps us reduce the risk of diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and colorectal cancer. Let's talk about fat. Fats are essential for joint lubrication, assisting organs in hormone production, absorption of certain vitamins, inflammation reduction, and brain health preservation, among other benefits. When consumed in excess, it can lead to obesity, high cholesterol, liver disease, and other health problems. If you're experiencing any of this already, you might want to cut down your fat and sugar intake. Because remember, whatever your body does not need is stored up as fat in the body. Then we have the mighty but small micronutrients. Although they are needed in small quantities, their absence can be greatly felt. Let's start with the known or common ones. Fat-soluble vitamins. Fat-soluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E, and K. The body absorbs fat-soluble vitamins through the intestine with the help of fats, lipids. The body can store them but does not remove them quickly. And people who follow a low-fat diet may not be able to absorb enough of these vitamins, and if too much of it is taken, problems can arise. Now let's take a look at vitamin A, D, E, K. What happens when we take little of it? What happens when we take too much of it? And the sources of these vitamins. For vitamin A, when you take little of it, you can have night blindness. And too much of it causes pressure to the brain, nausea, dizziness, skin irritation, orange pigment skin color. And the sources are sweet potato, beef liver, and other dark leafy grains, carrot, winter squash. For vitamin D, poor bone formation and bone weakness. Too much of it, weight loss, change in heart rhythm, damage to cardiovascular system and kidneys. The sources of vitamin D: sunlight exposure and diets like dairy products, fortified juice, cod liver oil, and oily fish. For vitamin E, peripheral neuropathy, boost immune response. Too much of it may reduce the ability of blood clotting. And the sources are wheat germ, nuts, sunflower and scalp flour, spinach. Vitamin K, bleeding and hemorrhaging in severe cases. And too much of it has no adverse effect, but it may interact with blood thinners and other drugs. The sources are leafy green vegetables, soybeans, okra. And lastly for today, water-soluble vitamins. Consume water-soluble vitamins because the body expels them quickly and it cannot store them up easily. They can be gotten from fruits and vegetables. Water-soluble vitamins are vitamin B, C, and folic acid. Taking too little of folic acid causes weakness, fatigue, difficulty in focus, heart palpitation, and shortness in breath. Taking too much of it may increase cancer risk. The sources of folic acid are beef liver, spinach, black-eyed pea, fortified cereal, asparagus. Still on folic acid, numbness and burning in your hands and feet, stomach pain, and too much of it can cause digestive problems at high doses. The sources are breakfast cereal, beef liver, mushroom, sunflower seed. For vitamin C, fatigue, skin rash, gum inflammation, poor wound healing. Too much of it causes nausea, diarrhea, stomach cramps. The sources are citrus fruits, berries, red and green peppers, kiwi fruit, broccoli, baked potato, and fortified fruits. With everything that we've said so far, I believe that we've been able to understand the effect of what we eat to our body and to our health. So that's all for today, guys. Have a wonderful week and happy new month to you. I really hope this month is better than every other month that you've had from January to September. Happy new month and have a great month ahead of you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Outspoken Podcast.